In the financial year 2022-2023, Uganda Revenue Authority had a net revenue target of 25,151.57 billion. However, the net revenue collections for the same period exceeded the target and amounted to 25,209.05 billion, representing a 100.25% performance with a surplus of 57.48 billion. During the annual revenue performance press conference, the URA Commissioner General John Musingus notes that this year they recorded a significant growth of 16.40% compared to previous years. He attributed this to stable and resilient economic performance, enhanced administrative measures, and the cooperation of public taxpayers.
Uganda Revenue Authority was able to collect 25.20905 trillion. That is 25,209,005 billion. This surpassed the target of 25.151 trillion by 57.48 billion. And it was a performance of 100.25%.
The underperformance in terms of indirect taxes and also international taxes is beginning to speak a lot in terms of the health of our private sector. Because if I don't drink 5 sodas a day, that means that the amount of tax you are collecting from the sodas is likely going to reduce, and that's the part which is coming ahead. If we are seeing importation of goods, also the taxes on imports and others are also not doing well, it begins to tell us how the economy and the health of the private sector.
Over the last 5 years, there has been a consistent increase in net revenue collections. However, in the fiscal year 2019-2020, growth was slow due to the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. But in the most recent data shows that the economy has performed better than expected, with a 5.3% growth in real terms during the financial year 2022-2023, compared to a 4.6% growth in financial year 2021-2022, and that's according to the latest GDP figures.
Also, the growth in the economy has been steady over the years, from 4.6 in 2021-22 to 5.3 in the year 22-23. Detailed review of the performance. Domestic taxes collection. During the financial year 2022-23, total revenue of 16.425 trillion was collected, which exceeded the target of 16.118 by 101.46.
Recently, Parliament approved the imposition of 5% levy of the revenues earned by foreign digital companies like Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, and Netflix. According to the Commissioner of Domestic Tax, Sarah Chelangati, government was able to collect 6 billion this financial year.
Just quick comments on the digital tax. Last financial year, we rolled out the collection of VAT on electronic services from players such as the Amazon, Zoom, Communications, Google, Uber, all those online, Netflix, those online movies. And we were able to collect a total of 6 billion for that financial year. But as you will note, this tax is collected quarterly. So for the quarter, April, May, and June, that money comes in July. But again, because we rolled out from July, so this represents specifically only 3 quarters.
Looking at domestic tax revenue collection in the fiscal year 2022-2023, the total revenue collection was 16,425.41 billion, surpassing the target of 16,188.51 billion by 101.46% and resulting in a surplus of 236.89 billion. This represents a growth of 2,761.52 billion, that's 20.21% compared to the previous fiscal year. In terms of international tax collection, a total of 9,326.64 billion was collected, which is slightly below the target of 9,462.70 billion. This still shows a decent performance of 98.56%. According to the URA data, this was a notable increase in revenue growth of 892.47 billion, representing 10.68% compared to the previous fiscal year. However, the collections fell short of the target by 136.05 billion. Bedson Mumbere, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.